Hey, what's up, everyone? Today is January 12th. It's about a little after 11 a.m. my time over here, but we've had some really big movements going on. See, I was waiting for one down here, never got filled. But yeah, it's some really good movements with all of the. Let me see here real quick. Let's go to yield Forex Factory. There's a lot of news that came out today, and yeah, you can see all the red right up here. All that came out, and there's a lot of movement in the market because of it. So we're going to go over that today. So fortunately today, when all the news started breaking right here, I was actually sitting at my computer, and what happened was using that pivot low, that pivot high, when it comes back and hits this 30% line, then we're looking for the continuation for it to go up. Obviously that didn't happen with this. So what we had was a breakdown all the way down over here to the for this candle all the way down to the 1.146, 1.272, because price broke down this 1.618, broke down the 88.6 all the way down over here. And so it's actually, if you go to the 1 minute chart, it was actually, this is a little bit easier to see, it broke down all the way down, then kept on going back down here, went all the way down before it started coming back up, right up to here. And so at the time, I believe I got in somewhere right around here when I saw it. The price around here, I just set an order down here. It came down and luckily got filled. Then I'm gonna exit right up here, so got filled. And you see, eventually it came back up and hit the 80% because that's where the target's going to be. Let me go back to the 5 minute chart. This is a little bit hard to see just because these huge candles over here. But you see it broke below the 88, and so that is usually where I'd get in. But fortunately, I didn't get into right here. And since it already broke down way further, and if you take the 38% line going the other way, you see it broke down. There's the 88% line right here, that green line, and then the 38% going the opposite way, which is the target exit up until the 88% line. Once it gets up to it, then you just move the exit to the just slightly below the 88%. That's where it is. You see it came up and hit that very easily. Then actually had a lot of good movement each way. So even though the market looks like it's in green right now, it's basically been just a sideways day to day, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then we have it going the other way as well. If we take the target going the other way, price came back up, hit 38, bounced perfectly off the 61.8 right there, came down, hit the 38. So that scalp trade is over. And then if you look at going the other way, and this is a trade I wish I had taken, go up, well, actually there's two right here. See, there's we can use that pivot high. There's the red pivot low down there, pivot high, came back, hit the 38, also off the 50, came back, hit the target, the 1.146. We'll just draw a little target box here for it. Hit that right when it hits 38. That's what we are expecting it to go do, is go back up there and hit that target, which it did. So that one is done. And then you can just keep on driving the Fibonacci retracement back up, came down, hit the 38. And so what we're looking for is the next target going up and hitting right there, 4031.75. But it also created a scalping trade as well. Came down, hit the 61.8, which kicks it off. The exit you're looking for is at 38%. I never take this trade right here. And the second one is right here at the 88%. That's where if I am going to get in, I normally would. To be honest, I was looking for it to go a little bit lower to get into it, kind of like I did this morning. Unfortunately, did not. Use the 88% as the support. Came up, hit the 61.8. So that trade would have been a real nice one. Nice 17, 18 pointer right there. But it's still valid for going up and hit the target up here. If there is going to be continuation for the measured move up to 4031.75, the only way that gets invalidated is if the low that we're using right here goes on and the price takes it out. Then we wouldn't be looking for that target right there. But that's currently for the S&P 500. If we go to the 1 hour chart right here, you can see we are still in the potential to have the target for the sell-off that I spoke about yesterday. Still looking for, well, that's the daily chart. Yeah, the 4 hour chart, you can see it's just now slightly coming back down over here, the MFI indicator, from being overbought, but still looking for a sell-off for it to happen here in the market. If it doesn't happen this week, then early next week for sure. But here on the 1 hour chart, a little bit longer time frame, that is what we're still looking for down there. And you can see going up here the other way, it's just been series of measured moves up. See right there, down to right there. Price came back, took out the target right there. And we draw it up right here. You can see, look at this. Price hit the 38% right there, and then has come up today and hit that target right there. So hit that one, and then we just keep on drawing up, see how far it's going to go. So we'll see if that could be the sticking point before we get the sell-off, since that target has been hit for it, or if it's going to reload further down to 38, take back off, and go up right there. But this one as well is still valid right there. And then going over to the Russell 2000, this is just the hourly chart. You can see it's kind of the same thing. Go right there to right there, hit that target, and then that one didn't hit anything, so we're just waiting for retracement back to it. This one is still valid for the trade, and it is actually as well for the 1 hour chart. It is in the scalping trade setup. So what we're looking for right there is price coming down to the 38. If that doesn't happen, it hits the 88. Then the target, the exit, moves down to the 61.8% box. So that'd be the next level for it right there here in the 1 hour chart. Looking at the 5-minute chart again, not a whole lot. Kind of the same thing. Kind of got messed up right here with that semaphore. Just the algorithm gets messed up sometimes. And going to the Dow Jones over here, again, same type of setup that the S&P 500 had. You can see from it almost hit the 88.6, but close enough. But anyways, for the scalp and trade, that got hit, and it's getting very close to finishing up the target right here. It just needs, from where it's currently at, another 14, 15 ticks higher for the Dow Jones to complete that target, and then we would move this up and look for another retracement setup for it coming back there, looking for another move up for it. Going to the overbought oversold, you can see over here the overbought indicator has been overbought. Still haven't had that sell-off that we're looking for yet, and in fact, if you look at that big green candle on the 4-hour chart, it's just been pumping up today. Ever since the news came out, it's been pumping up. So still looking for the sell-off here in the Dow Jones as well. Going over to oil today, if we go over, we'll see if it's overbought, oversold. You can see it is completely overbought as well. So pretty much most markets are all overbought. S&P 500, Dow Jones, and now oil is. Let me delete some of this stuff. And what we're looking for is, I believe this is going over the 1 hour chart though, using this. Yeah, going over the 1 hour chart. It still is valid for this setup to hit that target right up there, but there's been some other ones that have formed since then, so we're not going to worry about the one way back over here. We'll go over here to using this red semaphore here in the 1 hour chart, and we are in a current scalping trade setup. You can see here it hit the 61.8, so the exit we're looking for is down here at the 38% line, which is $75.91. Then if it goes up without hitting 30%, it hits 88, then the exit will move down to $78.04. But if we look at it going the other way, since we do have another semaphore going the other way, we can see it's just been a series of measured moves going here up to the upside. You can see price hit down off 61.8, hit the target easily, so it completed the measured move and also, of course, the scalping one. And then we just keep drawing it up. Again, 61.8 to target, perfect. And then lastly, 61.8 to the target right there. So this is a kind of perfect setup where obviously the algos and all the big money is they're using the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level for this move to be the support, and then drawing up here to the target. So we just keep on drawing this up, and then just like what it has been, you know, I would expect when price gets back down to the 61.8, look for support. And if it gets the support that it's looking for, you know, the money keeps flowing into it, then the target up here we'd be looking for, assuming that this stays the high up here, would be $80.15. Then going in here in the 5-minute chart, same sort of thing. This one actually has just kind of taken off. I'm not sure yet. See, that one barely hit the 38% right there, but hit it, went up there and blew past the target real easily. And then we have this one right here. You can see price came back down, hit that target right up there. So the 38% line on this, on the 5-minute chart, the shorter term time frame, has been the big one where the big support is, and then this one's low. This one, it's pretty interesting right here because we have it right here. It goes down very close enough to 30%. We'll say that's a hit right there. So the target we're looking for right there is going to be, from this move, is going to be, what is that? $79.33. So we'll see if that can get filled. If not, and it keeps on moving back down, hits the 61.8, then that would initiate the scalping trade for it. You can see this candle did get close, but that was the previous candle before the high that we're using, so that one doesn't count. So that's what we're looking here for crude oil. So it's just doing a continuation of measured moves going back up. But again, something to be careful for. It's in extremely overbought territory, so we will be looking for a sell-off for oil. But as you can see, sometimes it didn't happen right away. Like right down here, you can see where it hit the MFI and completely overbought territory. Had a little bit of a sell-off, a little bit, and then kept on going. But it wasn't until, because when did that happen? That happened December 22nd, and then didn't really get the sell-off until Tuesday, January 3rd for it. So it can take a little while, but eventually we will get a movement here, a decent side move down to the downside. I mean, right here, obviously the move was the downside, but even when it got oversold down here, you can see we had that pop higher right there before it resumed its trend down. So depending on what the move is, looks like right now in the overall longer term time frame, so far it's kind of been moved down, but right here we've been kind of in a range pattern right here. So when the sell-off does happen, we look for it to get down closer to about $73 from where it currently is at, which is about $78.58 there in oil. And then last but not least, going over to Nasdaq. Nasdaq's been flirting with being in the oversold levels. It's touched a little bit, but not as great as like from right here, for instance, or right there, or being oversold down here, oversold down here, and excuse me, this is overbought when it's up top, but oversold is down here at the bottom. And so that is Nasdaq for overbought, oversold. You can see when we were looking at the 1 hour chart and looking at a little bit longer time frame, we can see we're expecting price to come back down to this target down here at 523.25, and this black line, all that was support and resistance level that it had been, and price bounced off of that level right there. Let me take that off. You see it bounce off that black, and all that black is just the support level. I'll remove that. See that was just a line I drew on there from previous highs, and that used it again as support. Is bouncing off of it. If you go over here, and well, it has been going up using measured moves as well. See that hit the 38, just hit the target here today. So then we just keep on moving this back until we look for that to go get hit, and then that would be the new target for the measured move. And those measured moves obviously are not the scalping trades. Those are just it shows the direction of where the market is moving, but they aren't trades I take. And then here, going to the downside, we can see it hit the 30% line, so the target would be looking for would be down here. If the Nasdaq sells off, which I'm expecting the S&P 500 to do and also oil to do, then the target would be looking for down here to be 10,520.50 here on the 1 hour chart. Going over to the 5-minute chart, similar to the S&P 500 from today, you see just all the different noise it created when the news came out. So, a lot of money going up, a lot of money going down, and now it's kind of smoothed out and it's starting to creep on higher right there. So the target would be looking for, if this does come up and be complete, well, first off, using this low where the red semaphore is, bounced off 38, hit the target perfectly right there. Then we just keep on drawing it up. You see it hit perfectly off the 88% line. So as far as a scalping trade, that would have been another great trade right there. And then it goes up and hits the 68, so that signifies that scalping trade is done. But still, the target is still valid for what we're looking for up here, which would be 11,622.50. So if this move continues higher, that is the target that we were looking for it before we'd start thinking about a pullback and looking for price to come back down to the 38% line for the Nasdaq. So that's kind of the market wrap up midday today. Just be careful. Like I said, expecting a sell off in the S&P 500 here sooner than later, just because this thing is completely overbought over here. Also, Dow Jones has been overbought, and then also oil has been overbought and isn't showing any signs of slowing down here anytime soon. So just be careful and take care. Bye.